When you picture the American heartland, it's hard not to imagine the endless fields stretching to the horizon, dotted with the familiar silhouettes of tractors and farm equipment. These landscapes are more than just scenery. They're the backbone of the nation's food supply and a testament to generations of hard work and resilience. And at the heart of it all, John Deere's iconic green and yellow machines stand front and center, instantly recognizable and deeply woven into the fabric of rural America. For many, these machines are more than tools. They're a symbol of progress, innovation, and the enduring spirit of American agriculture. For generations, John Deere has represented more than just a brand. It's been a pillar of American agriculture and industry, supporting entire communities, providing stable jobs, and helping families build better lives. From bustling assembly lines to local parades, the company's presence has been a source of pride and unity. So when rumors began to swirl that John Deere was shutting down all U.S. production, it struck a nerve across the country. The idea that such a trusted American institution could disappear overnight was both shocking and deeply unsettling. The thought of this American giant leaving felt like a betrayal to many, fueling widespread fears about the ongoing decline of U.S. manufacturing. For workers and their families, it raised painful questions about job security and the future of their communities. Social media only amplified the panic, with stories and rumors spreading like wildfire. Posts claimed the company was abandoning its loyal workforce and turning its back on the very roots that made it great. The uncertainty and confusion left many feeling anxious and powerless. The rumor resonated so strongly because factory closures have devastated small towns before, leaving empty main streets and shuttered businesses in their wake. For many, the threat felt all too real, a painful reminder of how quickly prosperity can vanish. This wasn't just about one company's fate, it was about the future of American prosperity, identity, and the values that define the nation. The stakes felt enormous, touching everyone from factory workers to family farmers. The thought of losing John Deere's legacy, of seeing its history and impact erased, was alarming for many. It demanded a clear and honest response, not just from the company but from everyone invested in the future of American industry. The stakes were high, not just for John Deere's reputation, but for the morale and livelihoods of its employees, the farmers who depend on its equipment, and the communities that have grown alongside it for generations. In the days that followed, the truth behind the headlines would become crucial, not just to set the record straight, but to determine the future of an American icon and the people who rely on it. The shutdown rumor began innocently enough with a single online article quietly published on a little-known website. At first, it seemed like just another headline in the endless stream of daily news, but this one was different. The article claimed that John Deere was halting all U.S. manufacturing operations, blaming the move on rising tariffs and mounting economic pressure. The story painted a dramatic picture: silent factories, halted assembly lines, and a workforce suddenly left in limbo. Almost instantly, the story began to spread like wildfire across social media platforms. People shared it with friends and family, often without pausing to question its accuracy or check the original source. The rumor's momentum grew with every retweet and share. Its appeal was simple and powerful, blaming government policy for the supposed shutdown of a major American company. This narrative tapped into existing anxieties, making it both believable and emotionally charged, which made people even more likely to pass it along. Social media algorithms designed to maximize engagement picked up on the outrage and fear. As more users reacted with shock and anger, the platforms pushed the story to even wider audiences, amplifying its reach far beyond the original article. Within just a few hours, what started as a single post had exploded into a national conversation. Newsrooms scrambled to cover the story, and families discussed it over dinner, unsure what to believe. But when journalists and fact-checkers tried to trace the story back to its source, they found that the original article lacked credibility. There were no official statements, no verifiable data, just speculation and anonymous quotes. Eventually, the website deleted the article, but by then, the damage was already done. The false narrative had taken on a life of its own, lingering in online discussions and fueling ongoing confusion. This episode is a powerful example of how quickly misinformation can take root and spread in the digital age. A single unverified story can ripple outward, shaping perceptions and decisions before the truth has a chance to catch up. It's a stark reminder to always question where our information comes from, especially when the stakes are high and the consequences can affect real lives. Taking a moment to fact-check can make all the difference. Viral stories like this don't just exist online, they spill over into the real world, shaping public opinion and even sparking protests or heated debates before the facts are fully known. In this case, the consequences were tangible and immediate for workers, their families, and entire communities who suddenly faced uncertainty and fear, all because of a story that wasn't true. When the rumors about John Deere shutting down its U.S. factories began to circulate, the company wasted no time in responding. John Deere acted swiftly and decisively, understanding the importance of addressing public concern before misinformation could take root and spread further. Using its official channels, including press releases and website updates, John Deere firmly denied the shutdown rumors. The company's leadership wanted to ensure that their message was clear and reached as many people as possible, from employees to customers and the general public. In their statements, John Deere made it absolutely clear, U.S. factories are not closing, and American jobs are not being abandoned. The company emphasized that its workforce remains strong and that production continues as usual across its American facilities. John Deere's public relations team took a proactive approach, addressing the misinformation head-on. They provided detailed facts and context, explaining the company's ongoing operations and commitment to its employees. The company clarified that any recent production changes were simply routine business adjustments, normal shifts that happen in any large manufacturing operation, not signs of a mass exodus or factory closures. Transparency was a top priority. John Deere reassured both employees and customers through direct, accessible communication, including town hall meetings, internal memos, and customer service outreach. The company also highlighted its long-term commitment to U.S. manufacturing, pointing to decades of investment in American communities and a proud history dating back to 1837. This open and honest approach helped calm fears among workers and customers alike, shifting the narrative back to reality and away from unfounded speculation. Major news outlets quickly picked up John Deere's official denial, amplifying the company's message. The original source of the rumor was forced to retract its story, acknowledging the facts provided by John Deere. Thanks to the company's quick and clear response, their message became the dominant narrative in the media, helping to restore confidence. This incident serves as a powerful reminder of the importance of strong crisis communication in today's fast-moving media landscape, where rumors can spread rapidly and impact public perception. In the end, it was truth, transparency, and a commitment to open communication that helped John Deere restore public trust and reinforce its reputation as a reliable American manufacturer. While rumors swirled about retreat, John Deere was actually planning a massive $20 billion investment in U.S. manufacturing over the next decade. This investment will modernize factories, create high-skilled jobs, and drive innovation in precision agriculture and automation. Major projects are underway in Iowa, Illinois, and Wisconsin, states where John Deere is a cornerstone of the local economy. The company's CEO calls this investment essential for long-term growth and competitiveness. It's not just about building more tractors, it's about inventing the next generation of equipment right here in America. This commitment directly refutes the shutdown rumor and doubles down on John Deere's American roots. The future of John Deere is firmly planted in U.S. soil. Despite the false shutdown rumor, John Deere has made tough decisions, like layoffs and temporary slowdowns, due to a drop in demand for new farm equipment. Nearly 400 workers were laid off this year, a painful but necessary response to economic realities. When farmers face lower crop prices and higher interest rates, they delay big purchases, impacting manufacturers. These adjustments are standard practice for large companies navigating economic cycles. They're temporary measures, not signs of a permanent retreat. John Deere's actions are about staying agile and competitive, not abandoning the U.S. market. While difficult for those affected, these moves are designed to ensure the company's long-term health. The context matters. These are industry-wide challenges, not evidence of a secret plan to leave America. John Deere is positioning itself to rebound when the market improves. News of a new John Deere plant in Mexico fueled more confusion and anxiety. Yes, some loader production is moving to Mexico, but this is a small part of a much larger global strategy. The new facility supplements, not replaces, John Deere's vast U.S. manufacturing footprint. Multinational companies often diversify production for logistics and market access. The core of John Deere's manufacturing, especially its signature machines, remains in the U.S. The $20 billion investment plan underscores this commitment. The Mexico plant is just one piece of a complex puzzle, not a sign of abandonment. Most equipment for American farmers will still be built by American workers. John Deere's recent adjustments reflect broader challenges facing the entire farm equipment industry. Manufacturers worldwide are seeing reduced demand as farmers grapple with lower crop prices and higher borrowing costs. Many companies are cutting production and laying off workers to match the slowdown. John Deere's response is standard for the industry, not an outlier. Despite the downturn, John Deere keeps 83% of its key models made in North America. This shows a deeper commitment to the U.S. market than many global competitors. Even in tough times, John Deere's manufacturing roots remain strong in America. The John Deere shutdown rumor is a case study in how fast misinformation can spread, and how vital facts are in fighting it. John Deere's fact-based, transparent response was crucial in correcting the record. By sharing real numbers and clear explanations, the company rebuilt trust. This episode reminds us all to check sources before sharing shocking stories. Responsible journalism and direct communication help the truth prevail. Facts, not fear, ultimately shape the outcome. John Deere's operational changes were strategic, not a sign of abandonment. In the end, the truth spoke louder than the fiction. After all the rumors and headlines, one fact stands out. John Deere is not leaving the United States. The company's $20 billion investment is a decade-long pledge to American manufacturing and innovation. Layoffs are short-term responses to market cycles, not a shift in long-term direction. John Deere's legacy is woven into the fabric of America, and its strategy shows every intention of continuing that tradition. This story is a lesson in trusting facts over fear. John Deere remains an American institution, building for the future on U.S. soil. The iconic green and yellow machines will keep rolling out of American factories for years to come.